All right, heartbreaking loss. It feels so bad for our players. Man, they have done everything that we've asked them to do and fought their butts off to put us in a position to win the game here tonight. I'm really thankful for Dion and Jalil both, just the fight they had, determination they had to come back and you know, get an opportunity to help us win. And we certainly had our moments and had great opportunity there at the end. We're up with 2 minutes to go, and Missouri did a great job executing. And I think we fell down on, our half-field player fell down on the deep sideline route there to Weiss there late. And just in the second half, again, I thought our guys, again, just fought with everything they had and wasn't good enough. And we got to do a better job to help them. And they converted way too many third downs for us on defense. And obviously we got outscored 21-7, turnovers, and nothing impacts a game like those. And got to do a better job of taking care of the football. But again, just incredibly thankful and proud of our guys. And again, we as a staff just got to do a better job to help them somehow, some way.
Brent, I feel like you've said multiple times this year it's about Oklahoma beating Oklahoma sometimes. It felt like that happened a lot tonight. Is that concerning that it feels like that continues to happen throughout this season?
Yeah, it's always, absolutely, yeah.
Brent, with Jackson, I know turnovers have been an issue, but is it almost becoming a major issue because the turnover bug really seems to bother him tonight in those first two series, and of course the late.
Yeah, turnovers have always been a major issue. They're big if you can force them on defense, and they get you beat on offense.
Well, I'm talking specifically to Jackson with ball security.
Yeah, obviously we got to do a better job there.
Brent, Missouri really didn't ask Pine to do much until whenever in the fourth quarter, and then he sort of blossomed. What happened with him in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, he did a nice job. They ran the ball and got us off balance running the ball. And that's what did it. And, their ability they ran it some on third down as well. Found a couple of guys open and made a couple plays. And in a game like that that's going back and forth, that's all it took. Hit Weiss on the slant route. You got good tight coverage, and he catches it on a runner and gets it close to midfield there. And we were close getting to the quarterback, just a hair late. And again, he found, I believe it was maybe not Weiss, it was 3 on the sideline there on that deep flood concept where our deep defender fell down, and that's the name of the game, man. He had a nice play action. We lost our leverage to the tight end there earlier. I believe that was in the fourth quarter as well. So just made a few plays when it mattered the most.
Brent, how's Dion doing, and was there any discussion about that possibly being targeting on that play?
Yeah, they said it wasn't targeting, and so he's under evaluation right now.
You got the running game going late, and Xavier was the one came in. Yeah. Did he just fresh legs or something about him that got it going?
Yeah, he was fantastic. Just kind of building off of what he showed last week as well. And, he got in and did well early. And so when early snaps that he got in, and then just went with him because he was running through trash. He had good instincts, ran well behind his pads, broke a lot of tackles, and really helped us, move the ball down and score there late.
In tight games, you always look for different things. Special teams came through with you with the 3 field goals, the 56-yarder, the trick play. I know you did have the muff punt, but special teams really came through in that aspect of the game. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, overall, there's a lot that was really good. Again, the guys have done a really good job from a special team standpoint, snapping and punting and kicking. The return was the muff. Those are real things, man. And it's unfortunate. We've been pretty good with them here since early in the year when we had a few muffs, and we paid a price for it tonight.
Rick, what adjustments did they make at half offensively? And wondering when you were up 9-3 and went for the fourth down, 4th and 2, I think it might have been around the 40, what the thinking was there.
Yeah, well, again, just we felt we had something dialed up good for 4th and 2 there, and really liked it, and we got exactly what we thought we would get, and we don't do a good job of, they ran, I think, a B gap plug stunt, and we got to come right off the behind of that, and we went front side of it, so didn't execute. And you had another question?
Well, I wondered what they did.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job of sustaining a few drives with some of the run game. It was a little better in the second half. Still overall not great, but I thought they did a good job just from a balance standpoint. We didn't tackle and punch gaps like we needed to consistently, and ultimately that allowed a few drives to extend there and allowed them to convert some third downs. I thought, again, they just got into a decent rhythm, not great rhythm, but good enough, to control some field position. We even, forced a couple of punts in those situations. Then the ball hits the ground I think we made the right decision not fielding the punt. It would have been a diving catch, and then it hits the ground, and it, takes rolls for another 15 yards or so, and helped them flip the field. But we were able to overcome that, as well. But they just got better balance. I thought the running backs ran hard for them, and again, I thought they ran the ball, threw it, with more precision on third downs in the second half.
Brent, if your starting quarterback is having ball security issues and your backup quarterback has shown some of the same tendencies, what do you think the answer is?
Yeah, you just got to get better. I mean, it's not, it's unfortunate. You never like it. It affects everything that you do, and but you got to get better at it. Taking care of the ball, and so it's the basics. It's not anything that's earth-shattering. It's just we got to get better at it.
You guys need to win one of these last two games to get to a bowl.
Yeah.
Is there any urgency to maybe take a look at Casey at this stage?
Yeah, I don't know. We're not there right now in this moment.
Brent, I know injuries are piling up on that offensive line, but just what did you see from that group tonight? And then for Michael Tarquin, how close was he maybe to giving it a
Yeah, I thought there were I thought they did, pretty well tonight. I think they overall they performed well enough in several drives to give us a chance to win. When we're not in a one-dimensional situation. You have to go back and watch the tape and really get a really good, solid evaluation early in the first half. I thought there were a few opportunities to throw the ball. We had some guys that were open. We squeezed the ball a little long, and then they got a sack or two there by us doing that. We had some really well-designed things that were a couple of drives early that were open. Had a little wheel, arc and wheel concept that was open, and then we had Burks early across the middle that we end up taking a sack on as well.
How close maybe was Michael Tarquin to giving it a go?
Yeah.
He suited up, but
Wasn't couldn't help us win.
What was the thought process behind the fake punt there in the first half?
We thought it would be there. We got the exact look that we thought right there at midfield, and it was executed exactly how we thought it would be.
Special teams was a concern last year. Just moving into this year, they seem to be one of the best units. What's it been like to see that improvement, and how much did you stress that in the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a lot, obviously. Spoke to the media about it, a lot. And we were 100th and something, from a special teams efficiency a year ago. We had 4 fumbles, and we missed several kicks, and so that affects everything. You go from, you're not going to be very good, and we just got better. Luke Elzing has been fantastic. Zach Schmidt and Tyler Keltner were really good. And then we got several players that are in their second and third year, playing in those units. Doug Deacon's done a fantastic job. The staff's done a good job, and our guys have our players have really, again, matured into the whole mindset of, winning the hidden yardage and being aggressive with what we're doing, in the special teams. So, again, going in, I think we were tops in the SEC going into this week's game from an efficiency standpoint. And overall, on the year, it's been pretty solid.
Brent,
Last question.
Brent, how do you-
Before the fumble, I think you just ran a zone read play with Xavier. Were you trying to break it, or were you thinking run the clock out, and what made you change and decide to go to a throw there?
Right at the end?
Right at the end.
Yeah, well, again, we had we had 2 timeouts prior to the injury to Dion, and they were in a really light box, and so we had it up to get an explosive run there, and they were really extra light in the box, so thought there could be an opportunity to get a big run there and get them on their heels and get them out of that concept.
Did you consider just running it out after that, and instead of trying to throw your way to the other end of the field, just going to overtime?
You're talking about when they forced the fumble and
Yeah.
run it back in. We really felt that we could take the ball down the field and have a chance. We've been good. Our 2-minute all year has been really good, and particularly you don't see all of them, but we've run ones against ones in practice, and really felt like we had a good plan for that. And we get a couple of completions there, with the timeouts we had in our back pocket, we could get the ball past midfield, and we really felt like Zach could kick it around 62, 63 yards. And so, with the time that we had on the clock, that's what we wanted to do.
How's Javante doing? I know he didn't make the trip.
Yeah, tried to go here late in the week. It just wasn't responding.
Brent,
Last question.
Brent, I wanted to ask you, just how do you tackle this off week? What's the goal for this week with 2 more games to go?
Yeah, it's not changing now, and that's not real popular for anybody to hear, but you go right back, keep your head down, eyes forward, go back to work, try to get better, find a way to get to win number 6, and take ownership and accountability of all of it, coaches and players alike, and from a schedule standpoint, handle it like we have, some other off weeks this week.